Willkommen wieder bei Sarah's Music. Der amerikanische Theater- und Opernregisseur Peter Sellars ist bei uns hier bei den Berliner Philharmonikern Artist in Residence diese Saison. Und Peter ist einfach einer von den inspirierendsten Menschen, den ich kenne. Ich bin sehr glücklich und sehr stolz, dass er sich heute die Zeit nimmt, um mit mir darüber zu sprechen, wie er klassische Musik hier in der Philharmonie inszeniert. Peter, welcome.
Excuse me, inspirational. That would be Sarah Willis. Hello, right there. All admiration to you.
Oh my goodness, I can hardly continue. Peter Sellars' Inszenierungen sind immer einzigartig und sehr inspirierend. Seine Inszenierung von Debussys Oper Pelléas und Mélisande in der Berliner Philharmonie nutzt nicht nur die Bühne, sondern den ganzen Konzertsaal. Today's about you and about this is your space. Right now,
Well, it's about us, because it's your space, too. That's what I love. We're actually sharing it.
And you actually said that your job is basically just a service job. You're there to help, which I giggled at, because you're here to stage. This year you're doing quite a few really amazingly crazy and wonderful things. Pelléas is the first time that you've staged an opera here in the Philharmonie, right?
Well, you know, what's so great about Pelléas, it's not exactly an opera. In the opera house, whenever you announce it, ticket sales are low. The opera public says, because it doesn't quite work as a kind of 19th century opera. It's truly something else. It's actually much closer to the Bach Passions that we did here. It's very inward, very private, very personal, and deals with kind of unbearable levels of deep suffering, shame, sense of we should have done better, sense of a society that's lost its way. This music is going to encourage us to just sit down and be quiet for a moment and get a little more honest about difficult topics. The piece itself is quite overwhelming.
During rehearsals here, we see Peter popping up in all different places here in the hall. When I remember seeing you sort of pop up there, and then you were up there. You know the acoustic from every side of this house.
Well, this hall is an instrument, and I get to play the way you play the French horn. You know, the way Daniel plays the violin. I get to play the hall. That's my instrument.
Attendons que la lune ait déchiré ce grand nuage, elle éclairera toute la grotte et alors nous pourrons entrer sans danger. Il y a des endroits dangereux et le sentier très étroit entre là dont on n'a pas encore trouvé le fond.
Why is this space so special? What makes you want to create pieces?
You can see this space is an incredible landscape. You know, Mr. Sharon made something that is, you know, like sections of the Alps. These incredible asymmetrical shapes which surprise you constantly, and where half of the public is literally sitting at different angles. So you're not even sitting level to hear a concert, but as you would be in nature, right? You're at this angle or that angle, and there are these precipitous drops and this drama of the hall, this kind of thrilling, lunging shapes and diagonals create this kind of amazing sense of spatial shock and tension and vertiginous thrill.
Peter Sellars' Inszenierung von Bachs Matthäus-Passion 2010 hier in Berlin war ein riesiger Erfolg. Sir Simon Rattle, der Chefdirigent der Berliner Philharmoniker, sagte danach, es war das wichtigste Projekt, das er mit den Berliner Philharmonikern gemacht hat. Here in the bare bones of a staged production in a concert hall. They're the stage, the scenery, they're the lighting, they're the makeup, they're everything. Everything comes from them. At least it was like that in the Bach Passion.
I mean, that's an old theatrical tradition. I mean, that's like Chinese opera or Japanese theater or in India. It's the performer tells you everything, where they are, whether it's night or day, whether, in Chinese opera, they stage the eyes. There are different types of eyes, so you can know that one set of eyes is like the distance, the future. Another set of eyes is looking right here at your hand, and another set of eyes is just thinking about yourself. And those eyes tell the audience what the space is, what is on your mind, all of those things, because, of course, every one of us as human beings carries a whole world with us. And wherever we go, we bring our world with us. And so it's really magical to see the worlds that each of these human beings bring with them onto the concert platform.
Diese Inszenierung greift auch die aktuelle europäische Flüchtlingskrise auf. Aus dem Schafen auf dem Weg zur Schlachtbank werden bei Sellars Flüchtlinge, aus dem Schäfer ein Grenzpolizist.
Well, a lot of my life is traveling a lot in different places in the world and supporting other artists' work. And there are so many powerful things going on in the world right now. If you make yourself part of working with refugees, then, of course, everything in Pelléas makes sense. And when I come to a rehearsal of Pelléas, first of all, I'm grateful to have a warm and beautiful hall in which to work every day. I'm very grateful if you're coming from a refugee center and where architecture is gracious and thoughtful and inspires you to be the most brilliant human being you can be.
You have like some of the best singers in the world in your Pelléas cast, and I was watching you rehearse with them. They really are. I spoke to them all, so I said, how is it working with Peter Sellars? And what all of them have said is that you bring perspectives in there that they hadn't thought of before. And you don't bring that by telling them, but you suggest, they said, at the perfect moment. You re-speak the text in your own language. Do you do that on purpose? Do you not tell them what to do, or do you suggest?
Well, when you have the best people in the world, who would be stupid enough to tell them what to do all the time? I mean, they're like brilliant. Why tell them what to do? Just watch, pay attention, invite them to do what they do.
On ne voit plus rien sur la mer. Je vois d'autres les fleurs. Ce sont les autres femmes. s'élève. Descendons par ici. Voulez-vous me donner la main? Voyez, j'ai les bras pleins de feuilles. Je vous soutiendrai par le bras. Le chemin est escarpé, les fêtes sombres. Je pars peut-être demain. Pourquoi partez-vous?
We have something called a horn challenge. If you would like to, we would be so honored if you just give it a go.
What am I going to say? Wow, that is very moving. That is soul-stirring. I'm going to start crying now.